Hey guys, today we have an HP NV4512 printer that we're going to be taking apart. So the first thing that we need to do, we need to turn it on, open the top portion, and have the ink carrier slide over. And then we're just going to unplug the printer from the back and from the plug. So the reason for this video is just to kind of show you where parts are located, how to get certain parts, how to get inside of here. So we'll get right to it. Since we already have this open, the first thing that we need to do is remove, unlatch this piece right here. We can just use a normal screwdriver for that. For the whole process, all screws on the HP NV here is going to be on a Torx screwdriver, Torx size 10 screwdriver. And let me show you how to this is just regular. You can do anything for that, any stick, or you don't have to worry about the size or anything. Torx 10 is for all the screws that we're going to be removing later. So open this up. This is the piece that I just removed. I'm going to replay it for you, and then we're just going to push against this bar here, and there we go. Then we need to release this piece over here. We're going to push it to the left, and that unlatches it. There we go. So we have this top open. Now we have access to all these screws that we need to get. Let's just remove this jam access cover. Have that removed. Now we're going to remove the screen. It's very simple on this model. All we need to do is remove the screw right here. This one, once again, is size T10 for Torx screw. Okay, after we remove the screw, we just need to push the screen to the right, like that, and that removes the screen. So when you're putting it back, make sure you connect it, put it closer to the right, and then slide it to the left. Okay, so we have the screen. Carefully disconnect it here. This wire just pulls out. Now let's just remove the ink cartridges. Should have done that right away, but skipped a few steps. At this point, let's remove all the screws that we have here. So we removed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. I think that's it. If anything, we'll find. Then we're gonna push this side panel to the right. Be careful, this it's still connected over here, so you want to be careful with that. When we lift this area right here, the cover, I mean, this is gonna be just basically the top portion is gonna be easy to pull out, but we kind of want to lean it against the wall like I have here, kind of when we remove the cover right here, so it doesn't fall back. Now let's just remove this here. Let's try pushing these sides away like that. You can use a flathead screwdriver for that as well. On this side, same thing. And you should be able to get this going up like that. Then there's someone on this side. Just kind of push the side cover to the right. Doesn't need much force. Same thing here. Push this away and carefully lift this. You still have this cord for the screen connected. carefully disconnect this cord right here from the main board and just gently pull out right here, pull the cord out, and now this whole piece is we have it off the printer. And this is what the printer looks like with this cover removed. You have plenty of access to everything that you need to get to. Either you need to clean this timing strip, either you need to install it, get to the board, remove any pieces of jammed paper or whatever, or some object that you heard that was rattling in there. This is basically how you get to that portion, and from this point on, it's not that hard to put everything back. So you just put the cover back, put the 6 screws back in there, and you should be able to clean to fix the printer if you're having some mechanical problems with it, or some connection problems with some wire or whatever. So in order to, we're going to continue with dismantling this printer. This wire right here is for the scanner. So this printer model does not have the document feeder, so we're not going to have any extra cords, just this scanner one. So all we need to do is just disconnect it. Also, the wire just pulls out, it doesn't clamp or anything, so just like that. And we can now lift this portion. It has the scanner lamp in there. Oh, sorry. You can see it on the right. And I'll show you in a bit how to get to it. This is the power supply cord right here. We now have access to it. You can just slide it out and disconnect it. There we go. The timing strip we can remove by pushing to the right. It hooks on the right, so we're going to push it here and release it from this little hook on the right side, and then go to this side and just push it forward. And release it from this clamp right here. It's a little spring-like assembly there. So when you put the new timing strip in, you have to make sure, for example, this printer, make sure it feeds through the proper line. You'll be able to see there's sensors under there. If you don't feed it through properly, it's not going to work. Then we have our part number on the left side and the arrow pointing up on the right side. Now let's get the main board out. This piece right here. Okay, so we'll need to just remove this screw right here. If there's any plugs on the back, some plastic plugs, which there shouldn't be because it's only the USB port here, remove that if there is one. And now we can actually remove this panel on the right, on the left of the printer. I think it's ready to, it's just clamped in there. Don't want to break anything, but let's first remove this one. It's this cover right here. Oh, one more. This cover just removes like that. There's nothing attached to it. Now we have better access to everything here. We can remove all the connections there, all the wires. And we can lift this a little bit like that here and just disconnect these cords. There we go. and some on top. Just carefully when you pull those out. And this one is for the power supply. There we go. Now this is the main board, including the wireless card. You can also get access to it from the left. Basically just releases it from the screw. And this panel, it just, not sure if it's screwed in at this point. It shouldn't be, but has a few areas where it clips in. And I was able to just remove this. Don't want to break anything, so let me play with it real quick. Okay, so this area is where you need to release the clip just by pulling it up. Pushing this piece over here. Just push it down. There you go. And that just removes the whole side. Oh, well, the first thing we should have done is remove this main tray and the paper, of course. So this just comes off. Same thing on the right side. Let's get to that in a minute. In order to remove the carrier unit, you would need something like pointy, like this here. And it has, you definitely need to remove that left side that we just removed. This one not necessarily, because there's still a stopper on this side that is going to be in the way. But of course, in order to remove the clamps on the right and left side, we do need to remove this side. So just like that. And this is in the way, but I'll show you how to remove the main tray in just a second, in a few moments. So you can see this rod is held by this spring right here, and then behind the screen is this clamp that we need to pull out. So first we'll need to just carefully remove the spring. I'm trying to show it so it's just kind of push it back. If you're trying to replace the carrier unit, just be very careful not to damage the springs. They're unique, hard to find, so just hold it here so I don't lose it. There we go. We got the spring off. Now we need to remove this piece right here by just pulling up. Use a flathead screwdriver for that. Is probably a better tool for this process. I'm still going to try to attempt it with this tool. There we go. Got it out. Same process on this side here. Also spring. There we go. See, it's behind this plastic, so the rod needs to go that way. Another. Okay, got the spring off, and now this piece. There we go. Now the rod, you can see it already slid out. So it just pulled out. You can see that this is loose now. And after the rod is out, you don't have to pull it out all the way. It's just as long as you can get this carrier unit loose. Now let's get the belt off of the wheel gear here. There we go. So this is our carrier unit for this printer. Some wiring. Move it carefully. And there we go. So that's basically the printer on the inside that we're going to remove. To remove the main tray, first of all, of course, should have done this in the beginning, is remove the paper. After that, we slide it out. We're going to put the printer on its side. In my case, I'll just flip it over because there's nothing that is it's already taken apart. But usually if you're just replacing this tray, I do not recommend just flipping the printer over, just to avoid any ink spills or anything like that. Just to its side should be good. And we're just going to remove one side. We don't need to remove both. And actually, just sometimes the front of this strip, if it's removed, that gives access to removing the tray like that. But since we're on it, let's just remove all 3 screws. Lift this piece over here and lift one side, and we have the paper tray out. I've never removed this paper pickup roller, but when I have more experience with that, I'll make a video of the replacement of this roller separately. So that's what we have. As far as we'll go with this, we'll just show you how to get to the scanner unit. So in order to get to this scanner lamp over here, what we'll need to do is remove screws. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I believe, screws. I don't know. I think I started 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 screws that we need to remove. So after we removed all the screws, we'll just take the screwdriver. There's a clip right here and a clip right there. We need to just push it out, and that will release the top portion. Same thing here. There we go. That lets us lift this area, and that's where we have the scanner unit. So just be careful with it. You're trying to save it, just don't touch this area, and then just carefully remove it from here, from avoid any damage, doing any damage to this wire. Just push this through over here. Push this piece out, hold it, and release it. So that's our scanner unit right there. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions or comments about this printer or the process that we did, please comment in the section below. Really appreciate your support and watching this through. So please like, share, subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.